Going. What up, Gannon collector page? We are here at the 2025 Santa Cruz Masters Cup. This is going to be round one. This is the first tournament I ever won on the Pro Tour. It was a Silver Series event in 2022, and I got the win. So I decided to make the trip out here again. 2025 Santa Cruz Masters Cup. Now they tweaked the layout a little bit. You'll see there's a ton of hard holes now. Specifically like 1, 11, 15, 17 are almost impossible, it feels like. So the goal today is to get one of those 4 and then play solid throughout the rest of the course and hopefully go, I don't know, between 6 to 8 under par is my goal. So of course it's playing tough. Just gotta stay away from the bogeys. The 2-meter rule is in effect. So if the disc lands in a tree above the height of my head, the stroke. Can't have any of that. Let's get into it. Round one. It's 90 degrees here in Santa Cruz. So a good day for the beach, but we're out here at the Frisbee course.
I need to birdie hole 1.
The biggest thing is if you miss hole 1, you're out of it.
And
like and subscribe, please.
And
and the hill is looming. The hill is looming.
The hill is looming.
POV me walking up the hill. If you know, you know.
Alright. What are you working on right now?
My form, bro.
What's wrong with it?
Quit asking, it's my form. You know, sometimes the timing's off, so just trying to get the front foot timed up. That way I don't miss my lines by 100 feet.
You're throwing nose up all the time.
With no spin.
No spin. But hey, good run up.
Thank you.
Nice wobble.
Nice wobble.
Wobble.
Gannon, Buhr! I didn't even see that. All right, that does it for round one. 5 under par, not bad. I'm 2 off the lead, so that's not a horrible score. This guy is
the hill is looming.
The hill was looming today. I did okay on the hill. I played an even par, but you know, it was just kind of a weird day. It felt like there weren't any like bad breaks that were just horrible, but it was consistent. It was like really that whole back 9. It felt like I threw a pretty good shot, and it would just not even give me a birdie look.
Annoying.
Yeah, very annoying because I started so strong. I felt like I was in control of my game. The plus side was I made a lot of putts. I made 3 circle 2 putts and even had 1 fall out on 17. That one really hurt. But yeah, just quick recap of the round. Hole 2, I throw a nice sidearm, give it the height, and I can land that one right inside the bullseye, tap and birdie. And then moving on to hole 3, one of the tougher holes in the course, I throw it over the top and I get another bullseye. Kind of got lucky there, so that kind of made up for it. And move on to hole 4, throw a really good drive again. And banged like a 50-foot downhill death putt type of shot, and so we're feeling good.
Okay, he's about to be 4 down after 5, but he missed hole 1, so he's only playing for 2nd place now.
Missed kind of a short putt on 6, not the worst thing ever. I get 7. Hole 8, I have a great par save from about 30 feet on my knee. No, what are you doing? Sit down. No, it's hole 7. And then hole 8, I actually threw it to about 40 feet down the hill and banged a knee putt from like pretty short, shallow circle 2, high in the chains, real confident. I get my first bogey on I-5, so I didn't get a 5, but got a 4. And yeah, it kind of happened quick. I threw not a great drive, not a great approach, and left myself with a 30-footer, and it kind of fell out of the basket. I really felt like that one should have stuck in the basket. Yeah, I kind of just reached a par streak there. Oh, I had another great putt on the gravity hole. I jump putted off the tee, rolled down to about 60 and hit like an Annie putt. That was a sick putt. So yeah, putting was pretty solid today. I think I had 4 circle 2 putts, which is important out here just because of how difficult the holes are. Yeah, moving on to Anaconda, I go forehand over the top, hits something and rolls way down the hill. That was an unlucky break. The next hole, I have like a 60-footer, hit the chains high in the band and falls out left. Then this is where it got bad. I bogeyed 15 because I didn't have my go-to cloud breaker. My go-to cloud breaker, I left it on hole 10 after going over the top. And I thought I threw a perfect shot, even with my DD3, and it drifted right to the worst spot on the entire course. They were really just bad approach. It was going to be a hard par save anyway, and I got a bogey there. And then, yeah, just kind of the cherry on top was 16, throwing a really good drive and catching one limb, rolling 80 feet back. 17, got lucky, and then the basket just spits my putt out to the right. I really thought that one was in. It was halfway in and it fell out. And I made a good circle 2 putt in 18 to secure myself onto the lead card. So, see you guys tomorrow. You know, game felt fine today. Actually, first time in a while where I felt pretty deadly with my putting, and so that was a good feeling. Just kind of keep that momentum going forward. This course is tight, so to still only be 2 back is not that big of a deal. Just gotta survive and keep getting them birdies when it matters. See you, boys. Gannon night's out.
Day 2.
Are we live?
Yes, sir.
All right, Gannon fans. Day 2, Masters Cup. Beautiful day out here, Santa Cruz. Yeah, same game plan. I'm just gonna hopefully not roll as much on the back 9, but that's to be expected most places out here. So yeah, just throw the same shots. I definitely had some shots I could have thrown better, and it'll be nice to have my cloud breaker back on hole 15 so I don't bogey it again. 2 off the lead, it's no big deal. Go out there, have some fun. Same card as yesterday minus Ezra, so it's gonna be chill, I promise.
From Urbandale, Iowa, Gannon, Buhr.
What time is it? I need to go soon. After hole 17, I wanted to die, but I'm tied for the lead, so I guess that's a positive. But I really just want to, gosh, I don't know. Yesterday was weird, man. I threw so many good shots. I didn't even have a shank until hole 17, it felt like. I threw everything almost exactly perfect how I wanted to. And I just I don't know. I was the same thing 4 through 10 again, or 4 through 11 or whatever it was. And I felt like I was playing so much better than round 1. So that's what this course does to you. You know, if you throw good drives in the hard holes, it doesn't even matter because everyone just gets a par. So we started off yesterday. Pretty good. Big putt on hole 2. That was nice. And followed by some good drives on 3 and 4. Weren't really rewarded that well. I missed my putt on 3. And then 4 just got to the worst spot on the course pretty much. Almost drained a miracle putt. But get to hole 5 and put a decent drive out there, maybe get a lucky break off the log, and put it in for birdie. I get hole 6, par 7, and get a nice birdie on hole 8, tap in birdie there. So I got my goal of 2 through 3 on that hole for the weekend. So that feels pretty good. Yeah, so decent front 9, 4 under, and got a hot streak there. I got gravity with the jump putt, park job, and made some good circles edge putts on Anaconda and the next hole. So that put me to 7 under for the round. At that point, I'm like, oh, I'm feeling good. Should be able to get one more birdie to shoot 8. And had a birdie look on 15. Missed it right. That hole's so hard. 16, thought I threw a good drive and was going to have a circle 1 putt, and ended up being like 50 feet. I apparently got a bad skip and roll, so that was kind of unfortunate. Just laid that one up, and then we had a big back up on 17, which is like a hole I already don't like, and then we're backed up. I got cold. Bunch of excuses, but basically just kind of lost the feel for the game a little bit, and got to a really bad lie. Didn't have much, and then it left me with a really tricky approach that I could only play to about 25 feet, and then I missed my putt, and I got nubbed on the comebacker. So quick double bogey there. That one hurt, but I was able to get a birdie on 18 to get 1 stroke on Nicolas to tie for the lead. But there's 9 people within 3 strokes of me right now, so it is anyone's game out there. Just can't bogey. If I bogey, that's gonna be bad news bears, so we don't want any of those. But yeah, gonna go into today. I think probably 7 under, 8 under would get it done. So yeah, I'm gonna need, I think, 8 under to shoot above my rating for the event. So let's go.
You see that? Follows you.
Follow me, follow me.
Follow him.
Oh, that's Riz. That's Riz.
Is it really? Well, that was crazy. Man, I got the win, but it was very hectic, very stressful. But I was able to get it done in a pretty cool fashion. Starting off on hole 1, I threw one of the best drives the hole had seen the whole week. Finally got through, got a decent skip. And I left myself with like a short circle 2 putt and just couldn't convert on it. So that one kind of hurt just because I knew that would have set the tone. And Niklas had like a long par putt that was pretty tough, but he ended up making that, so we're tied now. Still tied going into the round. We both get the birdie on hole 2 with that nice forehand hyzer. I played that hole pretty good all week. And we move on to hole 3, and I just throw kind of like an uncommitted drive and land pretty short, and I have a good approach for par. But Niklas gets the birdie. And so now he's up 1. We go into hole 4. I throw a decent drive. It was pretty low. It didn't look that good, but I knew it was going to end up fine just because it drops off considerably after the top of the hill. And I made a nice knee putt from about 25, almost 30 feet to tie it back up. We both get the birdie on hole 5, and then hole 6, I take the lead by 1. And I maintain that lead through 7, 8, 9, and then we get to hole 10, and he throws a dime of a drive and gets his birdie, so it's tied up again. Push on the next hole, we get to gravity, and I park it again with my MD3 jump putt, and he gets a birdie as well. Move on to the Anaconda hole, and this is where I was clutch. I hit like a 45-footer on a knee, trying to go around a tree. Complete death putt. If I miss this putt, it's a bogey. And I knew I needed it because he was pretty close, and that was a big statement putt for the round. Moving on to the next hole, we both kind of throw not great drives and end up taking pars. We get to the hill. The hill is looming. If you know, you know.
Sorry.
Ben is losing his marbles. And I throw a okay drive, kind of pull it right, and I just lay it for par, and so did Niklas. And hole 16 is where all the drama starts. He throws a decent drive, kind of gets through some trees and leaves him with like a 35-footer. I get up there on the tee box. I'm last on the tee. I knew what I had to do to, take the lead going into 17-18. His 35-footer wasn't guaranteed, and I throw a horrible drive. My worst drive of the tournament, it felt like. Hit the first tree, kick left, bogey town. Throw a bad approach to like 45. Well, it wasn't that bad, and it starts rolling, and then it was pretty bad. So that wasn't good, and I had a PD putt from like 45 just to try to get my bogey, and it was actually a really good bogey save. And so Niklas has a putt to go up 2. He ends up putting it, hitting the top of the basket, and rolling like 80 feet down the hill. And I was the miracle I needed, I guess, to keep the spark alive. Yeah, so we both bogey, and we go into 17, which is one of the hardest holes in the course, and we throw our drives to very similar spots, and I have like 45 feet. He had just missed his putt, and I bang it right in the heart. A little bit low, but I made the putt, so that felt good, and that was super clutch. And all I have to do is birdie 18 to win, and it was kind of tough because I was the win dummy, and I definitely didn't want to go be left. That'd be stupid. So I hung it out wide just to trust the wind, and the wind kind of just slammed it down. I knew it was going to happen, but in the off chance, it lifts, then, at least I'm safe. I have like a 55-footer for the win. And I missed that putt. That was the worst putt ever. So scared. It was a little bit breezy and downhill with some mulch, so I know it's going to skip a little bit, so bad run. Niklas is parked for birdie, and I still have like a 22-footer to push the playoff. I make the putt. And, go to a playoff hole 1. Hole 1, I think we had 140 players in the MPO field this week, and hole 1 was played 3 times by everybody and wasn't birdied 1 time. And we go to the playoff hole. I'm up first, which traditionally I don't like doing, but it's kind of cool to set the tone sometimes. I go up there, throw my cloud breaker, and put it 20 feet away.
Oh my.
Way to go, Calvin!
Best drive of the whole week. Best drive of the hole is probably ever seen. It was just perfect. I threw it exactly where I wanted to. All 4 of my shots on that hole off the tee were within like a foot of each other. And obviously only one of them got a pretty good result. I had a pretty good drive today and missed my putt. But we got the win, and it's pretty crazy how that ended up, you know, happening. Now a 2-time Masters Cup champion. I averaged, I think, 10.55 for the event, so solid event, still below my rating, but I played really good overall. I went 5 under, 6 under, 6 under, especially with what, you know, the course we had to work with. There wasn't a ton of birdies out there, so it was important to just stay consistent throughout the week. Good win going into the West Coast swing with Portland and the Cascade Challenge. So, you know, I'm feeling decent. Champions Cup was not a setback, but definitely a bit of a disappointment. So it feels good to get this A-tier win. Yeah, just play under high pressure situations is very important. So that's going to do it for the Masters Cup week. Hope you guys enjoyed all the videos. And yeah, put in the comments which one to see next. Like and subscribe. Gannon Buhr YouTube channel. Thanks.
We have your 2025 Santa Cruz Masters Cup, hosted by Top World Disc Golf, sponsored by DGA, MPO champion Gannon Buhr.